Hello, Shavua Tov, happy Sunday, friends. Checking in with you. As you see, I was doing work at the computer, so I have my Pilates ball there, an exercise ball. We're still on chakras. We're on the third chakra, Manipura, which is your relationship with yourself and your willpower and your personal power, your motivation. Right? And I just wanted to throw in a little something, because I think we'll continue in the coming week with our chakras and exploring them more in depth. But today, just to throw in a little idea for you to ponder when it comes to your yoga practice, especially how much of your time is focused nourishing your body, and is there any more time allotted for other aspects of you? So in yogic philosophy, there's a concept of the Koshas, which are 5 layers of being, you can say, or 5 different encasings, right? The body, your body is the most external one. It's part of who you are, but it's not all of you. And yoga really has incredible tools for all of your being. So your yoga practice, sure, with the asana, with your time on the mat, that's addressing your physical self, but there's also the practice with pranayama, with breath work, which is going to get to the next layer of your energetic emotional self, the place of your feelings, whereas the physical self more is of the place of your actions, right? Breath work also has an incredible impact on the nervous system for sure, which is affecting the mind as well as the emotions. And then in your practice, are you incorporating drishti and focus work? Where is your concentration? And that for sure is a mindfulness tool, which is your 3rd layer of being. Then you can go a little bit deeper, and in this 3rd layer of being, your mind, which is what encapsulates your thoughts. I mean, thoughts can come and go. I think of them as clouds in the sky. They never stay still. You can't really catch them from different angles. They have different shapes. There's a lot of imagination and play with distance. But your thoughts are actually sourced in your deeper layer of being, where your beliefs are stored, where your wisdom is. And this is wisdom that you could have grown up into, whether it's your childhood home, the culture of your neighborhood that you grew up in, whether you come from a strong heritage or tradition that has certain very strongly held beliefs about how the world should be. And that's kind of it. They're not questions, they're not updated with the times, and they're not placed in different circumstances to be challenged. Not to be disrespected, but to be challenged, right? Because we know what gives something strength, or what shows the strength of something, it's adaptability, right? Its ability to be current and present and have value throughout the ages. So not just something that is good and meaningful for you in one location, in one time, in one kind of context, but really, can you take it with you, and does it have street value, as I call it? So the level of beliefs then is really where mindset work comes in, and for sure this is something that can come up on your mat, whether you're triggered. Let's say you're taking a group class and you're seeing other people either do things that you physically can't, or that aren't good for you, or you think it might be easier for them. Whatever these thoughts that might come up, you can trace them back to, where does that, when was the first time I felt that? Or when was the first time I had a thought like that? Where does it go to at its root? Is that a belief that I'm less able? Is that a belief that others are better? Is that a belief that I'm always going to be less than? And so forth and so on. So take your thought. It might not be the right time for you on your yoga mat, because you want to be able to be in your body as well. But in journaling after your practice, which I really recommend for everyone to get a good journaling practice in daily, in your journaling work to explore, okay, this thought came up, not to be attached to the thought, but in a non-attached way. This is so interesting. I'm curious. I want to trace this. It's like you're following the cloud, tracing its umbilical cord to the world of beliefs, where it comes from. When was the first time I had that kind of experience? And when you get into your world of beliefs, this is a place that can be very tender, very sensitive. Again, we're saying you're examining, maybe questioning concepts that could have been held as true, not just in your lifetime, but maybe in many generations in your family, maybe in your the heritage of the people you're part of. You know, this could be something that comes in your spiritual DNA from past lives, who knows? So you don't want to be aggressive and resistant, but just question, be curious, be open, explore where it comes from, what that brings up in you. And again, don't run, you know? Any challenging feelings or so that come up, do your breath work, be present with yourself, and don't run. And then beyond the layer of belief body, or your wisdom self, then you get to your bliss layer, right? The fifth kosha, Anandamaya kosha in Sanskrit. And this is a place of bliss and real union. Unity as a whole within yourself, with the divine, with the whole world that you're part of. It's a oneness, it's an ease. And again, all of these 5 layers are representations of aspects of us. They're not all of us, right? Even your bliss body is still a projection that's not all of you, that doesn't represent you in totality. So there are different ways you can get familiar with yourself and explore, you know, what is some of your work here in this world. If this speaks to you, let me know, and we can go more in depth into the koshas, again, the 5 layers of being, the 5 yogic bodies, and how we can use different yogic tools to really support ourselves, working through them, clarifying, you know, whether we're stuck in a place of like being overwhelmed by thoughts, or whether we've got a lot of beliefs that are causing us to kind of perpetuate certain behaviors that aren't for our best, to explore this. So let me know, give me your comments, send me a private message. I'm happy to speak on what you want to know about yoga, and really how can we use yogic tools in this day and age in a Western society to really make life the best that it can be. Have a wonderful day and a great beginning to the week, everyone.